Hej, siemanko, witam was w kolejnym odcinku w gry Dziedzictwo Hogwartu. Była mała przerwa. A się walnąłem teraz. Co teraz? Otwórz dziennik misji. Ej, a teraz chyba noc. Znowu nie grałem dosyć długo i nie będę pamiętał, co się czym klika. Więc wspaniale. Co w ogóle tutaj mam robić? Nie czytałem.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
Karmimy zwierzaka.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with...
What would you like me to do next, Professor?
Assist Miss Sweeting at the Kneasel enclosure. She will need help brushing and feeding them. You will find it is similar to your work with the Puffskins.
What would you like me to do
Ah,
next,
dobra.
Professor?
Assist Miss Sweeting at the Kneasel enclosure.
Nieważne.
She will need help brushing and feeding them. You will find it is similar to your work with the Puffskins.
Puffskins are fond of bogies. It's brilliant to catch someone by surprise with one.
Nie, tutaj wszedłem przecież. Ema.
The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
Nie mu źle wygląda w tych goglach, ja mu to muszę zdjąć. Nie wytrzymam.
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
Mi łba nie odgryzła.
I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Co teraz mogę sobie zrobić? Jaką misję na przykład? Okej, to sobie tutaj polecimy. Nie to. To tap chyba? Tap? O, dobra. I lecimy.
That
O
student
kuźwa.
defeated our encampment in the tower. Oh, this will not go well for you.
Kurde, nie mogę się... Ba.
You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can see that.
Tutaj się mogę zatrzymać, o na tym. No nie.
Arrogant child.
How many of you are there?
If only why can't I hit you?
Protego! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
I should have been so dead. You won't get away with that.
Levioso!
I will get accustomed to
Incendio!
that.
Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Incendio!
What do you have in store for me this time?
What an unfortunate end. That was pitiful.
To jest gnojek.
You won't survive this, my young friend.
Protego! Incendio!
Dobra, chodź tu frajerzy, no.
Levioso! Expelliarmus!
What? Enjoy suffering, do you?
Siema.
Levioso!
I'll get you for this.
Expelliarmus!
Mogę tu zajść? O, nie, dobra.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Protego!
just a student from the town.
Incendio. Levioso.
That was quite something. Now, to free Arn's carts.
Czekaj. Tam się chyba coś robiło. I kurde, bo dawno nie grałem i właśnie to jest problem, że potem nie pamiętam co się robiło.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn.
O lol.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Arn, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, Arn. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
Dobra.
All the best to you. Once my carts arrive, I'd be happy to show you my wares.
Jakie są jeszcze misje? Pulso na lewitującym. Okej. Okej, czyli to. Okej. Jakiegoś wroga bym musiał znaleźć, to idę do lasu. Może jakiegoś stworka spotkam. Najpierw lewitacja. Potem dwójka, okej. Nie ma tu nic? Mnie to dzień jest, więc to może nie być.
Levioso, depulso.
Czyli taki baranek nie będzie moim wrogiem. Woda.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Levioso, depulso.
Jest i kolejna misja.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Professor, I have some questions about conjuration.
Yes?
There are so many choices. What items do you think I should conjure?
I shall leave that entirely up to you. This is your space after all. I will say that a simple addition such as a wall hanging or a portrait might make the space feel unique.
Can I remove an item I've conjured?
Indeed you can. You already know the spell, Evanesco. When you vanish something, the moonstone used to conjure it will become available to you again.
I think I can manage from here. Thank you.
I look forward to seeing your work.
O Jezus. Jak to się teraz tutaj robiło? Bo nie pamiętam.
Any plants here before?
Professor, I have some questions
Dobra, to
about
będzie znowu to
conjuration.
samo.
Yes?
Actually, I don't think I have any questions.
I'm here if you do.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify.
Hmm. Okej.
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Ale lipa. Jak głupio to wygląda. To nie jest na ścianę. Że nie lubię takich rzeczy, no. Nudne są takie misje.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to custom.
Moment, bo ja ślepy jestem. A, tu jest, dobra. No nie, no jak to? Czemu taka szpara musi być? Jezu, jak mnie to denerwuje.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Jezu, jak to wygląda ta podłoga. Tragicznie.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Dobra, na razie kończymy odcineczek. Jeśli się podobało, to zostawcie łapkę w górę, komentarz może jakiś, suba. I zapraszam was do kolejnych odcinków. Hej!